What's up, my raunchy raspberry cheese danishes? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Daily Grind, we are riding a tsunami of hype as Ivara Prime Access comes crashing in. But before we take a closer look at any of that, I did want to read you guys a snippet from the update notes, because for those of you guys out there who are going to be farming Ivara Prime, there is an additional way you can get your hands on her. You can find Ivara Prime, Baza Prime, and Aksomati Prime relics in their classic spots: Void, Derelict, Defense, Survival, etc. With the addition of Railjack missions, all credit cash rewards have been replaced with relics. Check your in-game codex for relic drop locations. So for those of you guys who needed a reason to go in and take your Railjack for a spin, here is another one for you. Now, as you can see, live on stream, I did go ahead and get a chance to customize her. This is close to maybe a finished job of getting her exactly where I wanted her to be, but I didn't want to spend too long because I wanted to make sure that, you know, like I have some extra time to polish out the bits that I need to, and boy, does she look absolutely freaking gorgeous. I will say though, she does look like a cross between a rabbit and a jellyfish, which is strange, but I mean, listen, she got a ponytail or a rabbit tail or a jelly tail, whatever the hell you want to talk about, but she is kind of flippin' gorgeous. And as you can see right here, I have put on a galaxy-like customization on her because we're space ninja, so she's technically a space jellyfish. And I just watched Watchmen this weekend, or like the season finale, so that's kind of fitting. But as you can see, I think she's absolutely glorious. There is one thing that I did want to make note of, is while her skirt and her head and all of the little jelly bloppity bloopity plumes are attached to the emissive, the shoulder bit right here, this little void energy shoulder bit, is going to be dictated by your energy. So for those of you guys trying to customize her and wondering why that's not taken, because I was yelling at Skyers on stream, I was like, why isn't this right? And he was like, it's on the energy, not on the emissive. So definitely keep that in mind. Very, very excited. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. But you know what we got to do? We got to take a look at the stat changes. So here's the original Ivara. I don't know why I have this specific customization on, but we're going to never mind that. As you can see, we have a boost to her energy. She's also got some more shields, so it goes from 100 to 150, and then her sprint speed also jumps up from 115 to 120. So all in all, a nice little smattering of boofs there. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the armor set and Syandana that come along with her, and then we'll jump into the weapons and the weapon comparison in the simulacrum. Now, they do have this I-10 Prime, oh god, I can't even pronounce it. There's too many vowels. Anasa Prime armor pieces. So as you can see right here, they're all themed over the, what is it called? The I-10 sculptures that we get, and they're all kind of like movement and jelly-like. And I think that they look pretty cool. I like how they fit her theme, but I'm very curious to see exactly how they're going to work with everybody else's. So hold up for, you know, the customization video for that. I feel bad because I just put out a customization video. So part of me is like, I don't want to do another one so soon. But as you can see, that's what she looks fully fledged with her jelly life. Now let's go ahead and toss on the Syandana real quick so that you guys can see exactly how that looks. Now, let's toss this on. Oh, I forgot what the name is. Can I just do Ivara? There you go. So that's the Apavada Prime Syandana. Now, as you can see right here, it does have a more jelly tendrils. I feel like it's not as like galaxy looking as the rest of it. I'm kind of missing some of the like pink little bits that I had in there. Maybe it's not coated in the same. But I do think it's a nice back attachment. My only issue is I'm not so fond of like the extra chaining. Like, do they need to make it a chain? Like, why do they need to put extras? They could have just had like one little frame. Listen, I'm being nitpicky, but all in all, I think that the accessories are pretty cool, specifically on Ivara. I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna look on the rest of the frames, but for this, I'm happy. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the weapons real quick. We'll go over the stat changes, and then we'll take it into the simulacrum so we can figure out what's going on. Now, Unfortunately, the Baza Prime did not get that much of a boost, and I already did it live on stream and showed everybody. It doesn't feel like that big a change. We are one mod short though. So as you can see, the critical chance has jumped from 26% up to 28%. The fall off has actually been increased as well, which is kind of cool because, you know, she's like a huntress. She like takes down enemies from range. And it goes from 30 to 60, so that's a nice little boost there. The magazine also went from 40 to 60, and the reload speed went from 1.4 to 1.1. Now, when I was actually playing with it a little bit, it did feel better with that little statistical adjustment. Now, its status chance only jumped up to 14%, and its base IPS has not changed at all. So no damage boost here, just slight statistical upgrades or supplemental stat upgrades. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the Aksomati real quick. Let's get those equipped. Now, as you can see here, there's a lot of upgrading. But the fire rate has jumped from 12.5 up to 13.33. The magazine has gone from 70 to 80. The status chance is kind of like the big jump here from 8 to 18%. Again, none of these are massive stat boosts, but it might be enough to kind of like make them more feasible in more difficult modes. And it did receive a slight damage boost. Now, let's go ahead and get this equipped. Let's take a look at them real quick. The Baza Prime, very, very pretty. I'm not necessarily 100% blown away, but it is visually a nice upgrade. And then when it comes to the Aksomati Prime, look at this. Look at this action right here. It's a lot more bulky than the standard Aksomati. I am loving this. I just wish there was some more metallics up in the front area, very similar to the standard Aksomati. But you know what? Listen, we do what we can do. Now, as you can see right here, I love one of the things that I don't really mention too much. Well, maybe I do mention it. But when it comes down to the fabric texture, I love the bounciness and the flounciness of the energy details that are going on. I'm like really, really into that. I'm like, you really made her look like she had a pretty princess skirt. And I can't be mad at that in any way, shape, or form. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at how these weapons function. Now, I do want you guys to keep in mind the fact that I was not able to mod any of these like super duper fully. So as you can see right here on the Baza Prime, we're one mod short. I am rocking basically a critical hybrid build. We're trying to kind of like push /viral to kind of pair up with Hunter's Munitions. But again, we are not fully quite there yet. So this is what we're rocking with at the moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at how it plays out. And I'm really, really excited. Unfortunately, I'm not level 10 yet, so I can't show you her prime, what is it called? Her Artemis Bow Prime, but we can go ahead and take a look at that as an image towards the end of the video. But as you can see right here, I love, one of the things that I love about the Baza is literally, it's just so stable. Like there's like no recoil on this thing. But as you can probably tell, we are one mod short, and it still feels very similarly performing to the standard Baza, which kind of makes me sad because I wish it was just a little bit better. But, you know, with another mod in it, I'm sure it's going to function. I'm sure it's going to, like, you know, push it just far enough to feel like a good upgrade. But per usual, though, we do have a shit ton of slash procs going off, so that is always nice. And, you know, for all the people out there who are, like, doing, like, charge melee attacks, and they're like, look, it's a one-hit kill, and you wait for them to bleed out, that's basically Baza. All of the clickbaiting motherfuckers that are saying one-hit kill, but you gotta wait 6 seconds for that last slash proc to tick. I'm just saying. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Aksomati Prime real quick. Now, unfortunately, I'm a little bit further behind on this one, mainly because of the fact that we are actually down 2 mod slots. Like, a lot of these secondary costs are a little bit more because we do have like things like Prime Target Cracker and Prime Pistol Gambit eating up a lot of that build. So I did go ahead and just try this on with a, what's it called, a Fire Elemental. I would probably do this with Corrosive to kind of push it to be more similar to the Stiletto Prime. And in the review video that we do for that, we'll do a little bit more of comparisons because Axolotl is definitely one of my big favorites. So we're just going to roll with this as the element for now to kind of reduce the armor a bit. It's not going to be like a true reflection of how it'll perform in the end, because I think that paired with corrosive, this is going to be nice, real nice. So I've still got the Baza up. Let me go switch the Aksomati. Now it does have a little bit of a wind-up, as you can probably tell, but it's not doing the greatest right now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, but it is applying status pretty consistently, so I've got a feeling that, like, down the line when we put corrosive on it, it's going to be stripping armor pretty well, and that we'll be able, the critical damage that we get from it will basically make up for it the rest of the way. So that is what Ivara Prime Access is currently looking like right now. Let me know down in the comments below, how are you guys feeling about basically the stats on these weapons? Do you feel like, because I mean, do you feel like they were good enough already to kind of like push them into being borderline prime? Because I know that the Baza definitely felt like, I was like, you are just, I feel like you're just a little, you're a little too strong you know, initially. But now, because of the fact that we do have the Prime version and it's just pushed a little bit more instead of pushed ridiculously too far. Unfortunately, these do feel like they're going to need a little bit of a corrosive stat to help it all the way through. But yeah, toss all of your feelings down in the comments below. Let me know how you're feeling about Miss Ivara, the Galactic Space Jellyfish Prime as well. I'm going to tweak these colors just a little bit more, and I'll get a Dress to Kill video out to you guys eventually. Regardless, that's gonna do it for me for now. Leave your feelings down in the comments below, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. Also, don't forget, I put out an Excalibur Deluxe skin video just a little bit earlier today, so make sure to give that a watch too if you are out of things to watch. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.